Okay, so today we're going to talk about this right here. This is your Spectrum router. As you can see, I cannot tell you how many times I returned these devices to a local store as I found in the different property I go around and work for. But just FYI, I decided to plug in because here's my experience with those devices. I see a lot of people that's basically they deactivate the account, they move, they forgot to return this because this is the last thing they think about and they just leave it behind. And as a good Samaritan, I generally return that device, right? And I probably will return this one as well because it came with the modem and the router, it's combo. But this one, reason why I want to make a video particular about is this is a special one. I do not see this one very often, but also you guys, you can see this one is very dirty and not very clean, and it probably been set for a minute. So as you can see, all right, and you can see it's pretty dirty. So long story short, this one has a Wi-Fi E for the Wi-Fi E router, and a lot of router from Spectrum are Wi-Fi 6 or the 5 gigahertz network. This one seems like the better one. Now, with that being said, with the Spectrum, they deactivate the code on your account. You don't return it, they charge you for the fee, so the full equipment fee. But when you deactivate the code, and you cannot change the SSID or anything about this device. You cannot change the Wi-Fi name, Wi-Fi password, or anything. It left everything as default. And if you do what I did, is connected to a different provider in the local area, it will not let you first connect it unless you do some configuration. A lot of time you just basically plug and play. Actually, I did see a lot of people when I work with people, they did plug this in and it works great. For me, I had to wait, connect to my phone, log into the IP address of this device, and waiting for the router to receive an IP address from it to get here. So I'm not sure what that is. Maybe they're coding with the Spectrum mobile network. So let me explain when I said what Spectrum mobile network is. If you're a Spectrum mobile customer, you automatically will get a network on Wi-Fi that is produced by one of those units, right? So if you're in an apartment complex and they have a lot of these devices, right? They generally disable the Spectrum network. So be aware of that. So they disable it so that there's not a lot of unreliable network. You're switching one network, one SSID to different. It's not a mesh network. So even if it's the same SSID, but they disable it. So unless your house is very separated, they kind of determine which one they open for, which one they enable for the Spectrum mobile and all of that stuff. I'm not sure how they determine that, but I do know I've seen myself and activate enough Spectrum devices. I know that it's hit and miss on the Spectrum mobile network. So you will see some customer has Spectrum mobile SSID on their router that's using their bandwidth, but it all depends. So I'm gonna show you what does it look like when you go into the IP address of the Spectrum router information. They guide you to, basically customer change the My Spectrum app, and then everything done through app because they code it that way. And then password, network, and everything. And the only thing you can see out of this is the internet connected, cloud connected, right? The cloud is basically the app, if you think about it. It's their server that they communicate, the IPv4, and that's another thing. IPv4, they don't issue IPv6 on a different companies, also configured by your ISP. So do be aware of that. So anyway, here's your serial number. and model number of the device. Generally, they all have the same model number. It just looks different. But I could be wrong. I returned the square one. I returned the air freshener one, the one that has a hole on the bottom. I returned, this one. So I do know my stuff. I do know what I'm talking about when it's come to Spectrum crap. So Spectrum is, wasn't considered a crap, but it also isn't the greatest either. So let me just say that. So you can see this is currently connected to this network, right? C7E1. Okay, so right here, C7E1. You copy and paste the password over here, and let's say frequency. This is the Pixel 8 Pro, so you get the Wi-Fi 6, not the E. I cannot take advantage of the thing. And this port right here is 2.5 gigahertz only maximum. How I know that is if you want to see, let me show you Wi-Fi 6 type, MAC ID, IP address for the device, and here it is. Transmit. See that? That is almost 2.5. Just depend how far you are. The closer you are, to the modem, just the higher that is. And the transfer and receive, they are 2.4. So just remember that. IPv6 address. So, but the point is, you can see when I run the speed test, I get about 100 up and 100 down, 10 up. So you can see I'm getting a maximum speed, and you can see also the static slide blink rapidly. That tells me that it is working. It is doing throughput. It is doing what I'm paying for. And generally on Wi-Fi, you do not get those kind of consistent of quality of internet. So, but that's basically it. If you guys have any question, let me know down in the comment. And if you guys know, probably one of you guys can make a video how to hack into this bad boy and to change the SSID. So, but I do not think you can change it without the app. But I'm sure, like everything else in this world, it's hackable. So peace out. Thanks for watching.